Hi, hello, I'm Sam Harrison. I read, review, and discuss fantasy and science fiction books. Today, we're doing a reading vlog. It's going to be my first ever reading vlog. You might think, Sam, why are you dressed so weird? And it's because we're going to do this reading vlog on the road. Not in the car. Oh, no. I am going to be running. You can hear how terrible this weather is and how terrible this idea is. I'm going to be listening to the Sunita novella, Queen Amid Ashes. But I've got a rule with this novella today, which is that I'm not allowed to stop moving until I finish this novella. So I'm going to be running, I'm going to be walking. Ideally, I'm going to be mostly running. The novella is just under 3.5 hours. So this is going to be a big run. I used to be it's hard to say you used to be something, do you know? I used to be a very competent ultra distance runner. So I have run a 50k in the past, which is 30 miles. I've run over the marathon distance twice. I've run a lot of marathons, and in fact, my first ever marathon was in driving rain like this. So I'm prepared, kind of. I have got my running special headphones, which keep my ears open so I can hear cars and people and stuff. Although I will be running on the trails, ideally as far away from cars as possible. So just to keep it, I prefer to run on the trails if I can. And anyway, so this is a very long-winded way of me saying this is the first clip in the video. Hopefully it has not been terrible with brain sound because I have used the noise reduction on this microphone. And I've just sat in the car. I'm going to drive to the trail because I'm going to try and escape this rain, which is absolutely ridiculous in my part of the world. So we're going to drive to a trail called the Strawberry Line, and we're going to go and run along it until 3.5 hours have gone up. If you're worried that I'm going to catch a cold, I already have a cold, so that's a bonus. If you're worried that I'm going to get sick or whatever, I am wearing fully waterproof kit. So this hat is designed for running. This is a running waterproof from North Face that has tape seams. It can withstand 10,000 milliliters of rain. I have waterproof socks on. I have waterproof running trainers. So I'm ready. I'm prepared to be wet. Let's probably end the clip there, and then what I'm going to do is I will check in with you guys as I listen whenever I kind of have new thoughts, unless it's absolutely torrential. Don't know what I'm going to do then. This could be a terrible abortion of a video. I'm going to cut that out. This could be a really, really bad, terrible video. However, let's try and have some fun. If this video does well, maybe I will do more moving and reading challenges. Speak to you guys in the next clip. Wow, we are out here, ladies and gentlemen. We're on the Strawberry Line. This is my first update video. It's been a genuinely really, really nice jog so far. However, the rain and the wind have genuinely just started. So it wasn't raining until just now. I've listened to the first chapter of Queen Amid Ashes. So we start this book with Hadrian post knighthood, which I don't know whether that's like that happens in the beginning of Demon in White and just this is kind of an out of order story. But I don't think I've actually seen him get knighted, but he does describe the process in this book. We are at we're at a planet called Figura, which obviously every time they say it, it kind of sounds like Segura, like Khan Segura. And I was a bit confused for a few seconds because, I'm out of breath, I'm running. But it's not anything to do with Khan Segura. All this wind is about to kick right off. Oh, blowing the hood away and everything. While it's very wet outside, I'm staying pretty dry. As you can see, beard's still dry. And also I've got my hat on. So I'm pretty dry. My legs are wet, obviously, because I'm wearing shorts. This is a weird vlog to be doing. This is my first reading vlog, and I'm doing it in the pouring rain on the Strawberry Line with my front-facing camera on my phone, which isn't great. So I apologise if the video is bad. Basically, the concept of this video is, do you guys watch me do something stupid? And I feel like we're succeeding so far. This weather is making it more stupid. So that's kind of funny. So Hadrian and Valka are on Figura with Polino and like the Tamerlane. We've talked about the Tamerlane, which I have already seen because it was in one of the short stories. Sorry, I keep not looking at the camera. I will try. So they're on this planet, Figura, that was conquered by the Cielcin, and now they've just liberated it. And they've been kind of doing a bit of a tour of the palaces and stuff, going to meet the, I want to say Baroness of Figura. So I'm about to stop talking and start reading again. Well, listening again. So I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Okay, so we're at the turnaround point now. So I've been running for an hour and a half. I have done a couple of stints of walking. So, I'm not blasting it. One of my kilometers took 11 minutes because I walked most of the way while I was having a quick snack. The best thing about long distance running is that it's basically a picnic. So if you enjoy eating a lot of food and seeing some nature, this is a great hobby. So we are at the old Congsbury railway station. The Strawberry Line was actually a railway line from Yatton to Cheddar to Wells that ran for about 100 years and then was shut down kind of middle of the century, I think. There's loads of signs over there which tell me actually what happened, but I didn't read them. So we've got the Strawberry Line is just a really, really lovely piece of nature, and one of the best parts about running along it is that it is just straight and flat. So if you are the kind of person who's not a big running up and down hills guy, then let me introduce you to Somerset's Strawberry Line. So while I've hit the turnaround point on my run. The book, I have not yet reached the halfway point. I'm almost there. So I'm about an hour and a half in. I have decided to turn around here because I anticipate that the way back will be slower than the way here. So I don't want to run out of book half an hour from my car. So the idea was turn around, take it a little bit slower on the way back, enjoy myself, chill out, and then if I've still got book to go, when I get back to the car, I can carry on, because I actually parked kind of halfway along the Strawberry Line instead of at the end. So my original plan was to park right at the end at Yatton Station, and then I decided, no, I'll park halfway there, because that's actually one of the closest points to me where I live as well. So the book so far, this is supposed to be a reading vlog, and all I've been doing is talking about running, but I'm really enjoying it. So we've met the Baroness now, and anyone who watches my wandering in reading recaps and vlogs and spoiler summaries and stuff, you'll be used to me going, there's something interesting going on there, and there's something interesting going on with this Baroness. So she lives in this like incredibly opulent underground golden chamber that's got like hugely high ceilings full of statues, and Hadrian remarks on how unusual it is for a bunker to be this well appointed. She's like dressed in basically nothing, trying to seduce him, lying on a chaise lounge. So there's a lot going on with the Baroness, obviously. But then once we leave the Baroness, we go to the North Pole of this planet of Figura, I think. So we go to this North Pole, and at this North Pole is a Cielcin camp. And then when Hadrian's guys, they like bomb it from orbit or whatever, and Hadrian lands, and it turns out that it's not like a POW camp, it's basically a fridge. So it is full of human corpses, and that are like half eaten, and Hadrian has just found a like altar sort of thing made out of human bones that he says resembles a snake. So that's incredibly cool. I really want to know what's going on with this Cielcin religion thing that we seem to be getting now, just having a great time with this book. I don't know why I looked off that way. There's literally just a road with some cars. I've only seen 2 joggers and like 2 cyclists this entire journey. I've tried to film some B-roll of one of the other abandoned railway stations. So I'm going to get back on the road, and I will speak to you guys probably half an hour to an hour or so. Bye. Oh, it's dark and echoey. So I don't know if you guys can hear this. Hopefully you can. I've obviously got the microphone. We are now, excuse the extremely wet glasses, the rain has been an absolute nightmare. So we are now, I think 16k in, just like 2 hours, 20-ish minutes, I think. I've not really been tracking the time anymore. Around 10-15 minutes after I last talked to you guys in Kongsbury, hail and thunder and lightning started. So luckily I had put my coat back on because it was getting a bit colder, and then hail and thunder and lightning. I got absolutely pelted with hail. I'm genuinely shocked that my legs are not sliced up, because it was real relentless and very, very, very painful. So there's that. That was fun. So what's going on in the book? I need to try and get somewhere with sun. I may have to lighten this up afterwards. If you can't see me, I am sorry. I did try. So Queen Amid Ashes. I am on chapter I don't know, like 6 or 7 now, I think. Hadrian has confirmed by interrogating prisoners, that it was the Baroness who burned her city, her capital city, which, like, I think he said like 20 million people lived there, and like a handful survived. So that sucks. So far, this novella is really fun. I really like when Hadrian is in his element, like he is here. So Hadrian feels like he's kind of doing his like frontier scientist soldier stuff with the Silsin, but he's also doing his like court politics stuff with the Baroness, who is currently, just as I stopped listening, the Baroness is trying to seduce him, and the seduction method that she is using, well, the seduction thing she wants from him is she wants him to marry her, so that she can make him her kind of accomplice, is what Hadrian thinks, and I'm inclined to agree. It's mad. The second this is literally the first shelter that I have found to record, because I like, my phone's waterproof, but this microphone almost definitely isn't. And I was like, well, if I'm going to find somewhere to record, let's do it under one of the bridges, because there's a load of bridges over this old railway track. And then turns out the second I find one, the rain stops and the sun starts to come out. It'll be a really nice end to this run/walk. I've been doing a lot of walking after I hit the halfway point, mostly because I hit the halfway point a lot quicker than I was expecting. So I thought that I would hit... So my goal today was obviously to finish the audiobook, and I'm not going to stop moving. I'm standing on a like soil verge underneath this old bridge. So anyway, so my plan was to finish the audiobook, but also I had this secondary goal, B goal. I just held up a 2. I had the secondary goal, which was to run a half marathon, because I'm running the Bristol half marathon in May, and it's been a long time since I have been on my feet for 13 miles. So I was like, right, let's do 13 miles, and let's try and do that roughly in the time it takes to read the audiobook. But I was over halfway through the running before I was halfway through the book. So I've been walking a lot more. I would love to have been taking more B-roll, but the problem is the lighting on this clip is going to be so bad, because I can see it keeps going in and out of like being able to see me and being not. So I apologize again, but at least the sound should be okay. Anyway, so the book is really good. The novella is really good. I am enjoying this experiment of kind of getting going and then just like not stopping until you finish the novella. I don't feel any huge achiness or soreness. I do have some. I've got like a bit of ache in my calf, and both of my knees are a little achy and sore, but like that's just kind of life when you're in your mid to late 30s. I'll be 38 next month, which is depressing. Anyway, obviously I'm going slightly mad on this long odyssey, and you guys are along for the ride. So I hope that you're enjoying this video. If you've got to this point, do you know what? Leave a comment down below with like a train emoji. But this is not allowed to be your last comment. I need multiple comments. So leave a comment down below. I cannot believe it's literally blue skies, not a single cloud. So I'm going to go out and keep going in that lovely looking weather. I'm going to try and take some B-roll now that it's stopped raining. And you guys can see how lovely the nature is around here. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. As always, I'll speak to you in the next clip. how many people do you think have ever reviewed a book while walking through a tunnel? Is this a booktube first? Am I the first person to review Queen of Mid-Ashes by Christopher Ruocchio, the Sun-Eater novella, while walking through a tunnel in Somerset, an old railway tunnel? Innovative. If anything, my channel is innovative. This tunnel is really, really cool. It's like bored into the rock, and it's like still here as it was when it was a railway tunnel. I'm trying to take some photos and stuff, but there's lots of puddles in here because obviously it's just normal rock and it's porous. So I'm on the penultimate or final chapter, not sure which, very close to the end. And I'm a bit dissatisfied in some ways with the villain of this piece, with the Baroness, because she seems kind of dumb. And I feel like when you have a character like Hadrian, he's dumb too, but he's like dumb in a smart guy way. So I feel like with Hadrian, we have this like smart guy character, and he's always, got these clever plans within plans and things like that. And this Count Baroness even, she just doesn't have that. She's just not smart enough to play Hadrian's game. She gets tricked quite easily. The big action scene that is near to the end is quite short, and there's not a huge amount going on with it. This has been like a spoiler filled, I guess, reading vlog, running vlog. But the thing I would say, maybe I'll put this at the beginning. Maybe I'll edit this back in at the beginning again. But if you have not read this novella, the plot is quite straightforward. So I don't think this is really spoiling anything. You're really in it for Ruocchio's writing, for the lore, for the Sun-Eater series. So please do watch this video that I put a lot of effort and time and destroyed my body for. Thank you. Okay, we're back in the car. We're out of the rain, although it hasn't rained for about an hour, actually. Maybe 45 minutes, an hour. As I'm back in the car, you can probably guess. I finished the novella. Really liked the ending, really liked the conversation between Hadrian and the Baroness right at the end, where he's like, there's more than this. Really enjoyed that. I like the reference to Howling Dark, obviously, having read it last month. Been reading a lot of Sun-Eater recently, because obviously I read the Tales of the Sun-Eater this week, and now Queen of Mid-Ashes. It's been a really good sci-fi Sun-Eater time. How does my body feel after running / walking 13 miles? Tired, sore. Whew. Yeah, that's mostly it, to be honest. I haven't checked out how many steps or anything it was. I know that it did take me over 3.5 hours. My watch, for some reason, the Samsung watch auto pauses you when you stand still for a few minutes. So it paused me when I was doing filming the clips. So the actual run still says it took like 3:34 or something, even though I must have stopped for over 10-15 minutes along the way. This was a really fun adventure, aside from when I was being pelted by rain and I was running through fields with power lines during thunder and lightning. That wasn't ideal. Will I do this again? Yes, probably in the summer though, rather than false spring, aka March in the UK. If you would like to do a running review where you read with your ears an entire novella whilst moving, then please do so. Tag me in your video description. I'd love to watch it. I love reading vlogs. I love running. I feel like there's no better way to do this than to link the two together. Do you know what? Let's have a look. Let's see. Can we see how many steps we've done? Come on, fitness tracking section. I accidentally let the blooming thing go. Okay, so, right, you'll never guess how many steps I've done today. So, 31,606 steps. It's a lot of steps. I have been out with my son and with my wife this morning, but 31,000 is a lot of steps. I've burned 2,726 calories today, and I have been active for 263 minutes. So if you wanted to know what it took to read an entire novella while on the move, and also make vlogs about it, vlog clips about it, that's what it takes. If you have liked this video and you've got all the way to the end, which I think is now, I don't think I'm going to do another clip when I get home. So if you've watched all the way to the end, you're here now. And I've published this video because if anything has gone wrong with the sound or anything like that, and I haven't published it, I will be so mad because this has taken like 4 hours. If you've watched the entire video and you've had a great time watching it and you would like to see more, do a second comment. So you have to have commented with the train emoji or else I'll be mad at you. Do a second comment with a running man emoji and like the pile of books or something. But also don't just drop some emojis. Let me know what you thought of the video. If you've got any other recommendations for short novellas, so anything that's like, I don't know, under 2 hours would be good. After a 3.5 hour one. So yeah, I'd do another one of these for a 2 hour novella, especially if the weather gets a bit nicer. Maybe I could do one of these during the Bristol Half Marathon. That would be really, really dumb. Yeah, now I'm thinking about it though, you know what I mean? Anyway, please like, comment and subscribe. I appreciate every single subscription, and the more subscriptions I get, the more dumb shit I'm gonna do. So it's up to you really if you want to see more dumb videos like this. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Here, Craig, found your side.